Well, friends, good morning and welcome to United Methodist Temple. My name is Steve Guidon, and it is my privilege and my honor to serve here at United Methodist Temple. And I've been appointed here for another year. And so we're excited about what lies ahead, and I hope that you are too. I recognize that sometimes it's difficult to know all of the things that are happening here at Temple. Sometimes people show up here for an hour, maybe once a week, maybe less, and wonder what's happening here. They see the changes that are happening all around, and sometimes they feel disconnected and disoriented. And so I thought I would take a little bit of time to try and get you up to speed on some of the things that are happening when you're not here. I wanted to begin by asking a very simple question, though, if I could. What is it that you love about Temple? I don't mean like or entertain you or distract you from the busyness of life. What is it that you love, that you are dedicated to, you are devoted to, you are sold out to what is happening here at Temple? Now, that's a big question, because it means that you're not going to just abandon ship. You know, if things get rocky, are you ready to jump ship, or are you going to help row the boat? I heard an old quote some time ago. Those that are rowing the boat have little time for rocking the boat. We need people that are ready to roll up their sleeves and get started on what's about to happen. So let me kind of give you a little bit of background on what I'm excited about. What is it that you love about Temple? I've heard from a number of people, and believe me, it's not the pastor. It's not the preaching, and I don't even suspect it's the parking space. I believe it's the grandeur of this place, of this sanctuary. That's why I wanted to do this video here. For me, this is the hub of what makes Temple special. It is our sacred space. It is the grandeur of this sanctuary. It is its visionary beauty of that cross that is so large and so overwhelming on a Sunday morning. It reminds us of who we are, and especially who we're supposed to be. It inspires me to be better, right? To strive to be something more, something made for more. Have you ever heard that theme that I love to just kind of infuse into all the messages? It's about the adventure, the wonder, the discoveries that lie ahead. Jesus didn't invite his disciples into a study group or into a program that would give them a certificate at the end. He invited them into a different kind of life than they understood. It all reminds me that I don't come here to church to find God. You may find that surprising. I come here to be with the one who came and found me. He initiates the calling. I merely respond to it. I'm here at Temple to do the best that I can because God has asked me to. Not because you deserve it or because you're better than everybody else, but because he has something in mind for you, something that we can perhaps do together. The other thing that I love about Temple is I love the number of lay servants, the people that roll up their sleeves and get the job done. They believe this is their place, this is their home, this is where they belong. They believe that they can make it better. So I see people that walk through the parking lot, and maybe they'll pick up a weed or a piece of paper because this is their home. Is that you? Have I watched you roll up your sleeves? When it comes to fellowship meals, and I see people in the kitchen washing dishes and helping out in any way and every way they can, because this is their home. There's a huge difference between going to a restaurant where somebody comes and serves you, you're on one side of the counter, or you're the server on the other side of the counter. As disciples, we're called to be something more. Servant leaders don't wait to be asked. They take the responsibility, they take the initiative to make it better because God has called them as well. So let me ask you, are you into that role of a servant leader? For the last couple of months and years, we have tried a new board structure, a way of getting our leadership team together to have deep and serious conversation. No, boy, they have their critics. They have the people that want to go back and say, we should have done it the old way. And I get that. Every church that I've ever been in, and any church that you've ever been in, always has the Back to Egypt committee. But let me tell you, these men and women are serious thinkers. They're deeply spiritual people that have risen up because of that serious nature that God has called them. And I believe they don't deserve the criticism, they don't deserve the complaints. They deserve our trust and they deserve our support, so that we can come to that team and say, use me wherever you see fit for the good of Temple. Well, that's enough about why we should be helping out and what we should be doing. Let me give you a little bit of background on some of the things that are happening that I think you should be excited about, because I know I'm excited about, and I'm waiting to see what God is going to do with these seeds that we're planting now in the months and years ahead. So let me kind of give you a little bit of background of things that you're going to be seeing already. They've already started. And I'm hoping that with our prayers and our presence, our gifts, our service, and our witness, which are the vows that you took as members of United Methodist Temple, that we will become bigger and stronger and better for this community in a dark and weary world. So let me tell you some of the things that you're going to be seeing. The first thing that we really wanted to get busy with is I wanted to give Temple sort of a boost of energy, a vitality of look at what good things are still happening. There's a temptation for all of us to want to hunker down and kind of pull in our sides so that we don't really get noticed. We just do our Sunday thing and then we go home. I'm not ready for that yet. So some of the things you're going to be seeing are the landscaping that has already happened. You've probably already seen down here in the corner that 2 trees have been removed, a locust tree and some bushes. We're going to be doing some landscaping with the brown sign, which is the first thing that you see when you come onto the property. Right now it seems sort of barren and naked. And we've gotten some landscaping. We're going to be putting in some bushes. We've hired Aspen Landscaping. By the way, I know what you're thinking. And no, this is a memorial gift that was given by Patty Johnson and Jane Showalter in memory of their parents. A gift was made in memory of them to pay for all of this. So this is not going to be coming out of the budget. This is a gift to Temple from them. So we're going to be having some landscaping down at that brown sign. I also noticed that the trees up here at this granite sign that is in front of the church have seriously overgrown. They've also been taken out. I've also noticed, this is a shocker to me, there's a little memorial behind that granite sign. Believe it or not, over the years it's been buried in mulch. And so we're going to have that cleaned away. Right now it says something about in memory of those who are killed, but the bottom of it is still buried in mulch. So we've got to dig that out. We're going to get new landscaping that's going to make that granite sign really pop and be a positive force when people drive up on our property. The other thing that we're going to do is out here in the corner where that locust tree was removed, we're going to install a Norway spruce. I'm really hoping that as that grows in time, that's going to become a focal point, particularly around Christmas. I have this crazy idea that during Christmas, we're going to light that tree up. We're going to allow that in the evenings because you have such a prominent place. If Temple is known for anything, it is elegance. It is grandeur and sacred space. That is a wonderful opportunity, especially around Christmas time, to give a positive, upbeat expression of our Christmas spirit. And of course, the other big ticket item is the landscaping in front of the place has deteriorated over the years. A lot of that mulch that we put down every year has killed those bushes. So that is all going to be removed and new landscaping is going to be happening, particularly I think in the next couple of months once the plants have arrived. So I wanted you to be aware that a lot of the landscaping is going to be happening around here soon in order to give us a positive facelift, an upbeat energy that we are not hunkering down, we're not going to fall back, but we're going to put our best foot forward because this is God's property. This is a gift that you were given from your ancestors, from those who came before that built all of this. They have entrusted it to you. And so we want to do the best that we can to make sure that it shines as bright and as beautiful as we know that it is. I also need to make you aware of some of the things that are happening in our maintenance team. Did you know that it's hot out there? It is recently it got up into the 90s with 70% humidity. You know who really loves the heat around this time of year and who really loves Temple? That's right, the electric company. You know, you can hear them giggle every time that meter starts spinning around, and we burn up the air conditioning when it gets really hot this summer. Not only this place, this main sanctuary, but over at the place where we have a lot of kids, we have a daycare, there is a lot of space here. Have you noticed that needs air conditioning? And when it's not running and it's 90 degrees out, that's a problem. Well, believe it or not, one of the air conditioning units broke over at the place. And so one of the things that we're going to have to do is replace not only it's a 15 horsepower motor, as well as a variable frequency drive for that one air conditioning. We have 3 of them. One of them has failed and needs to be replaced. And that's going to be a total of about $13,000. Now, we have 2 other units, and we have put them on a schedule in the next couple of years that they are also going to have to be replaced. That's a lot of money. This is a huge facility. It takes a lot of utility costs, a lot of maintenance costs to keep this place running. We are so blessed to have people like Randall Isom, to have Ralph Smith and Sam Longenacre. We have Steve Smith, who has helped just tremendously when we've had water damage here. These people just step up and make things happen around here that are just beyond our ability to express our gratitude. We also have had to have the dishwasher replaced or repaired over at the place. And the dishwasher down in the fellowship hall here at Temple, that is also going to be replaced. Maybe you've noticed before, 2 of the stoves. We had very old, antiquated stoves downstairs that nobody was using. So we finally were able to get the money together, and this happened a couple of months ago, that we replaced both of those stoves so that now we can have the fellowship meals that you all enjoy. Speaking of fellowship, coming in July, particularly on July 18th, we're planning a movie night, a dinner and movie night out here on the main lawn. We're going to project, it's going to be an outdoor movie. We have an outdoor screen, and we're setting up the technology to show a movie that we're excited about. So we want this to be an opportunity for you and for any of the kids in your area to come, have a little bit of dinner, have some popcorn, I think they have a Slurpee machine, to just have some games, but also have a fellowship night together to do something more than on Sunday morning. One of my big themes is for us to do stuff, to do activities together beyond Sunday morning, beyond just that 1 hour that we get together. Hopefully you're checking out some of the Beyond Sunday Morning videos. Chris Arvison and I have been having conversations through the Gospel of Luke. It's a conversational approach to the scriptures to understand what the Gospels are, what they mean, and how you can engage in a Bible study wherever you are, whenever you are. It's a way for you to take it with you. And our goal is to get that to a point where we have 100 different individuals watching the videos each week. So we want to grow that ministry as well. We have taken over this year Operation Backpack. Daniel is heading that up, getting that organized, making connections. You're going to be hearing more about that. You've already seen the boxes for donations. As we continue to help our community, those children that have a special place in our heart as they begin going back to school. We're beginning, hopefully, you're going to be getting some news. I'm hoping to try and get a men's ministry started. And I don't mean just to come and do some work, but that we can learn together, we can grow together, and especially we can put our roots into this place here at Temple, that we can make this the best that it can be. And finally, I wanted to give you an update of something that's happening in the background. So much of the people in our community rely on technology, and I'm willing to bet you do too. The days of going around and knocking on doors and inviting people to church just that ship has sailed. People don't like strangers coming up and knocking on their door. They check you out online. Before people ever set a foot in this building to share in the worship and the wonders of our faith together, they're going to check you out on Facebook. They're going to find out who you are, what you believe, what the personality is, what the environment is before they ever set foot inside the building. So we're partnering with a group that is called Visitor Reach, which is going to work on our SEO scores for Google searches. They're going to start promoting ads to get people more interested in what's happening in Temple. Because I believe firmly, you're sitting on one of the best gems in this area. I've told so many people, this is one of the best kept secrets. And what I'm trying to do is help you get that message out. Let other people know what you already know. Share with other people what you already have. And I need your participation as we move forward. So this group is going to be working to get visitors to begin to be interested and curious about Temple, inviting them to Temple, which means we've got to prepare ourselves. We've got to prepare for 20 visitors every month. Do we have the Sunday schools ready? Are we willing to give up some of our comfort zone? Are you willing to move around from where your pew is to somewhere else? That's what servant leadership is all about. It's about recognizing the need in the other person, not just what you want. Well, friends, I know that this video has probably gone on longer than I intended because I'm so much that I want to share with you, so much that the leadership team is working on, so much for you to crow about and promote that I need you to get energized. I need you to get inspired because without you, none of this matters. Without your help, without your service, all of this goes away. We're not talking about hunkering down. We're not talking about complaining or criticizing. We're not talking about finding fault with what could have been done or what used to be done years ago. We are now in a Renaissance time. And when I looked up the meaning of Renaissance, it means to be a time of rebirth, of resurgence and revitalization. Boy, that really speaks to me. I hope that that energizes you about what we could do together. I hope that if you have ideas of ways that we could reach out better and include more people in this story that we're telling, my goal is to get you involved, to be optimistic, positive, energized, and maybe even proud of what you have here, what you do. That maybe actually you might invite a friend, or maybe this summer you'll have friends that are visiting you from out of town and you'll say, I want you to invite people. See, my goal is to make this place somewhere that you want to share with friends. Well, friends, I hope that this video has helped you as followers of Christ, as members here at United Methodist Temple, to be more united than ever, to roll up your sleeves, to join us in prayer and thanksgiving, to be a part of the things that are about to unfold and say, that's where I want to belong, and I want to share that with someone else. Well, friends, if you have any questions, any doubts, any fears, any hesitations, I hope that you'll come in and stop. I'd love to talk to you about what we could do better together. Until next time, may God bless you, and may God continue to burst open the doors here at United Methodist Temple as we lose the chains of the past and we step out into a bold Renaissance future. Friends, God bless.